Hello and welcome to this video series where we're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Gamejam of 2023. This time we will have a look at Pits of Goremoth by Enygmatic, or Enygmatic, something like that. This was my aborted attempt at making a game for the 2023 Dungeoncrawler Jam. Aborted attempt? I created a bunch of neat features and enemies for this game, but sadly couldn't get to making the levels proper on time, so nothing beyond the character selection first level and a couple of cutscenes exist. And no, decrawl is not an actual thing, at least not that I know of. It's a lazy weekend in the suburbs of 1990-something, and Billy has invited his friend Kyle over for a sleepover. Billy recently received a copy of the latest version of the Dungeoncrawler game-making program, Decrawl, and is super excited to show it to his friends. With tools to a dungeon crawling masterpiece in hand, the two friends decide to make their own awesome game. But Billy is more of a fantasy fan, and Kyle is into the kinds of dark science fiction that most kids probably shouldn't be allowed to see. With their diverging tastes, will this sleepover turn into a fight between the clash of ideas? Or through the power of friendship, will they blend sorcery and industry into a Decrawl 3.0 magnum opus? Features: first-person grid-based movement, real-time combat, late 90s UE aesthetic, imbalanced RPG stat system, choose between ranged, melee and magic attacks. Alright, well, even though it's aborted and unfinished, we will have a look, so let's start up the game. And here we are. Kyle, so what was it that you wanted to show me? I thought we were going to skate park for your birthday. Going to the skate park. Okay, click to continue. My uncle got me this for my birthday. Whoa, is that the new version of Decrawl? Yeah, and this version runs faster than 2.0, so we can do actual 3D this time. Great! I was getting sick of the top-down view. 2D is never as scary as the 3D games now. Maybe not. I'm more excited about making something more colorful and believable. Anyways, my mom isn't home until Monday, so we have all weekend to try this out. Hell yeah, no puritanical crap for once. Shall we try doing a space game? I've gotten kinda tired of fantasy stuff. Ah, come on, it'll be better now that we can do it in first person. Maybe, but can we at least try some different styles this time? I actually got kinda decent with the 3D modeling program my brother has on his computer. Alright, sure, but maybe take it easy on the dead bodies? No promises, but I'll at least let you do the first level. Alright, select a class. Warriors possess great strength and are awesome in close combat. Through brute force, they can also deliver powerful damage with throwing weapons, assuming they can hit their target. Starting stats: high strength and endurance, start with round shield, moderate dexterity, low intelligence. We also have the rogue. The rogues are masters of agility and deception, equally handy with a lockpick and dagger. Rogues are more adept at avoiding and landing attacks, preferably from a distance or behind. Starting stats: high dexterity, start with 3 shuriken, moderate strength and endurance, low intelligence. And we've got the mage. Mages are powerful magic wielders who make up for their frail bodies with the ability to turn their enemies into ash with a flick of the wrist. High intelligence, start with spellbook item, moderate dexterity, low endurance and strength. Alright, let's take the warrior. Enter the pit. Get psyched. Alright. This looks like the, I think, Windows 95 screensaver or so. I mean, with this red bricks. Move around the dungeon using WASD. Press Q and E to turn left and right. Try turning to find the hidden button and left click on it. It's a great interface though, right? Ah, there's even, okay. Resume game, save game. We can save the game. New save. Okay. 1, create new save. Is that actually working? Wow, okay, this is working. Options. We can change the resolution, sound effects. There is music! It's a shame that it starts at 0. A very short track though. Okay, cool. Okay. We have a minimap. And we have some interface here. Toggle character panel. Oh! We actually have a real inventory. Stats. Spells. Oh, snowball, fireball, healing hands, poison bolt. Can we put something in there? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure if you can use spells or if that's not in the game. It looks like you can. This is find the hidden button. There's the hidden button. And there are sound effects. Alright. We found a rock. Awesome. We also have moving sounds, which are not the greatest, but okay, cool. Well, let's talk about perspective first, which is perfect. We can see a decent chunk of the left wall and of the right wall. We have decent orientation. We can see the floor to pick up stuff. We have instant movement. Yeah, the sound for moving forward isn't the greatest, really. But okay. Yeah, but movement and perspective is fine. I think there is a... Okay, I was wondering if it's also a mouse up, but no, it's not. I think it's just not the fastest. But it's working fine. So I wouldn't say that there's no delay and it's perfect, but it's close to perfect. You've just stepped on a pressure plate. These plates can activate various things in the pit. In this case, the nearby door. Pressure plates are activated whenever something is on top of it. Like your mom! Okay. Okay, and apparently this stays open. We find an apple. Alright. An orc! The enemy ahead hasn't seen you yet, so you should try and get an extra hit in before he notices you. You can attack by clicking on either of the hand icons if you have a weapon equipped, and if you have a spell casting object equipped, you can cast... We don't have a spell casting object, I think. Unless we can cast with the apple. I don't think so. Okay, let's try and kill that nasty orc. Okay, that didn't work. But we can throw that thing, right? Can we also equip that as head or something? I can't. Oh, I can unequip that. No, I can't. Okay, so there's a check for that as well. Okay, but we can't throw something at him. Okay, that one looks really cheap. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't hit him. Pressure plate. Alright. And exit. Was that it? That was a quick level. Well, it's just to get the player into the basics. Okay, well, this next one we need to get more fun. Okay. And that was all they finished before the jam deadline. Okay. Let me start up the game again. So, yeah, let's it takes a bit until it's let's take the mage. Okay. Get psyched. Do we have... Oh, that's a nice magic item here. Okay, this seems to be somehow broken, maybe. Oh, there is... Okay. Snowball. Fireball. Okay, let's try that. On our good friend, the orc. Fireball. I think we're killing ourselves. Awesome. Okay, this is not working. Oh, this did work. We killed the orc. Yay. Alright, cool. Yeah. So, I don't know how experienced the developer was, but generally I think that's a nice start for a crawler. I mean, the basics are all working. Yes, of course, the interface is and so on is rough. This is just the style of the game, I would say. Maybe you could even go and make it really like a Windows 95 shareware thing, so that it has a consistent, cheap but not as cheap as like this year aesthetic, and I think that could work. And of course, something like this would need to go and be replaced by more something like that, and so on. So because this is too smooth. But yeah, if you put that together, I think that can work. So I think the general game idea of playing kids who create a game is kind of cool, or have their friends playing through the game which they just created. I mean, back in the 90s, that's also just what we did. I remember creating these maps and stunts, for example, which my friends had then to solve and to race and try to get through alive. So yeah, that has definitely been a thing, and it's a very nice idea. The perspective is perfect. Movement is, I wouldn't say it's a bit slow for some reason, but it's pretty good. So in that regard, it's working. I mean, the combat obviously wasn't really in. I mean, we could kill the enemy, but there wasn't much in terms of interesting combat. Let's see if the healing worked. Can we eat the apple? Can I get out of that? Yes. Ah, yeah, okay. We ate it, but I don't think we got... It might also be, yeah, because we're at minus 16 health. I'm not sure if we got a little bit of health back, but we are pretty much more than that. So, Pits of Goremoth. Generally, I think that's it's a nice entry for what it is. That is not really finished, but I think it was a nice entry, nevertheless. Not that I can give it a high rating or anything, but still I appreciate the effort. So also there is some music, though that's rather, well, roughly implemented. Same as it's actually reset now that I died. Yeah, it is. There are some rough sound effects in there. Oh, can we actually... Oh, what? Can we change the controls? Yeah, and something like that. Save and load is in there. Let's... Oh, can we actually load the game? Yeah, we can click on it, but it doesn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, I guess the priorities were a bit... something like that should, of course, not have priority. And I think the button I just defined, yeah, the forward button, that's not working. So that's just all dummy stuff. Now I can press T, but it's not doing anything. So yeah, but I think it's a nice, well, a nice unfinished entry, right, by Enygmatic. And yeah, if that was made into something more, I would be interested. If you're interested in checking out the game, you will find a link down in the video description. And if you're interested in watching more videos from the jam, you can either check out the playlist I put down there with all the entries I published so far, or you can subscribe to the channel to not miss any of the new entries. And with that, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.